Quick touch. Double check the steering wheel. Quick roll.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mystic Racing League and its running of the KAYTEE IndyCar Series here from Phoenix. Setup issues have been sorted out. We are ready to go racing. Here on V-Speed, I'm your host and producer, Morgan Cook, with cameras by Dougie Beard, as we've had all season long. The Phoenix Raceway. 1 mile, dogleg. Dogleg can be cut here too. We are not running the grass version. The very flat and wide radius turns 1 and 2. The tight turns 3 and 4 with the banking. Back to the start-finish line. This race will be very interesting to pass for these Indy cars. Seconds away from hitting the grid. Let's get to it. Where will your favorite driver start the race today? Starting on pole, 7 Hawthorne in the 18, with Sheridan Wade is outside in the 54. Third spot belongs to Christian Leonard, with Nate Fields in 4th. 5th spot for Trevor Yates. Corey Kobe will line up outside of row 3. 7th for Zachary Kang, with Noah Hubbard in the 8th position. 9th for Christian Barnes, and Tyner Willing rounds out your top 10. 11th for Reggie Kime, with John Stellard starting in 12th. 13th for Stephen Addison. Mason Mitchum not taking a time. Will start 14th. Watch for that car to be good here tonight. 15th for Jonathan Gashari. Devin Lyons will start 16th. Final car on the grid is race control, Brandon Willard. So your 16-car field, there they are. Now we get trackside. Drivers have yet to hit the racetrack. Still waiting on it looks like Sheridan Wade, Trevor Yates, John Steller, and Jonathan Gashari before we get rolling. I see in the chat we have a big Stellard and Mitchum fan. Love to see it. And I want to give a massive shout out to the team that those drivers race for. And that would be Votive. I'll tell you why in just a second. If we can get a shot of the car. Goodness gracious. Pit road is not great for these cars. There's a shot of it. I'll tell you why here in just a moment. The setup issue we were having before, there was an issue with the iRacing Fix setup. It was not suitable for this racetrack. I gotta give a massive shout out to Votive Racing for allowing us to use one of their setups tonight to make this race go. This race would not happen without the cooperation of our partners, one of them in this case being Votive Racing. Thank you very much for the opportunity to continue to run this race based on having the setup. 180 laps is scheduled distance, pit road limiter. You'll need to use it if you're pitting, which you'll need to do a couple times at least. Get 3 tire sets sitting in the pits. Fuel, you can go about 40 laps in that area. And this race will end at lap 80. There are no scheduled cautions. There are no breaks that we expect to have other than natural incident-based cautions. And there are no green, white checkers in this race. This race will end at scheduled distance, 180 laps. This should be a lot of fun. Short track racing in an IndyCar. We think back to Iowa a few months ago. That race was a banger from start to finish. No idea at any point who was going to win that race. It came down to the very end of it where we saw the leader crash with under 2 laps to go, giving the lead to Christian Barnes. He went on to win. Do we see that same kind of drama today? Or do we get a wire-to-wire victory from Seven Hawthorne, the points leader? Whatever is going to happen will be memorable. Can almost guarantee it. Here we go at Phoenix. One quick thing to note, this race, because of the late start, has been dropped down to 160 laps, not 180, so 20 laps less, as Hawthorne will zoom by to lead the first lap, way down below the apron. There he goes. Closest battle back here was Stellard and Mitchum. Mitchum rockets around the outside. Stellard under fire from Kime. Now it's Barnes trying to chase down Hubbard. I bet these cars feel like rocket ships right now. I don't know if that will last as we go deeper into the race. For now, little scrape of the wall there for Mitchum, trying to get the outside working around Tyner Willing. Oh, Votive car, the 3 in the wall. Able to keep it moving in the right direction. Hawthorne's got out to about a 0.2 of a second lead. Wade pushing the pace. And those two have separated by almost a second over Christian Leonard. One driver who is having issues at the moment, Devin Lyons. Definitely tell that right front not supposed to point that direction. Still running laps, but car's a little bit worse for wear. Might be trying to make a pit stop here. Yes, Devin Lyons will bring it to pit road as Gasheri's going to get past. Try and get this move back. Tyner Willing got around him. Steller trying to do the same. Oh, big slide up for Willing. Put Gasheri in a bad spot. We're going to be nearly 3 wide into turn number 3. Barnes defends Mitchum. Kobe trying to get in the fray. Out of the lead. Carries on. Hawthorne continues to defend it. Sheridan Wade trying to get this one done. Different lines. Being interesting. See Hawthorne way to the bottom in 3 and 4. Wade runs a lot higher. They both clip the apron. And on the other end, Hawthorne way to the top and Wade all the way down to the bottom. Paints the yellow line. And on the exit, they end up rear tire to front wing. Closest battle on the racetrack is the one for the lead, with the exception of Tyner Willing trying to gain lost ground on John Stellard. These cars are fascinating. So much grip. Right on with Sheridan Wade. Has run very well in all of the oval races he's participated in. A little bit of aero wash on the exit. Can't quite get the power down because of where Hawthorne is. So I think at this point, you're just trying anything you can to try and gain time and keep those tires cool. As Leonard has started to encroach on the battle, leaving Nate Fields a ways in the dust, 2 1/4 seconds, and King another 1.6 back. Hubbard trying to keep in touch as well. Mitchum is a ways back, so is Corey Kobe. Stellar. We're starting to see this field really spread out. Best battle right now is for the last car on the lead lap, which is Kime and Addison. Kime's got it. Addison wants to go 1 spot higher. Biggest mover of the race, no surprise, Mason Mitchum. Up 6. A lot of drivers have lost 2 spots. Barnes, Willing, and Addison, those are your biggest negative movers, sliders, whatever you want to call them, of the race. Hawthorne back up to the front here. Sheridan Wade still 1/2 second behind. Leonard is really making up some great ground here on Wade. You see it in the corner of your screen. Looking at that top number. The smaller it gets, the closer Leonard gets to Wade. Middle number is gap to the leader. Bottom number is gap from Leonard back to 4th. See, not a great 3 and 4 that time, but did a lot really well in 1 and 2, but lost a lot of time out of the corner. These laps go by so fast. The races can too, I suppose, as they are a collection of laps, but these laps just go by so fast. You have to be on your A game every moment. Those things end up getting away from you. Caution is out on the speedway. was the 24 car up against the outside wall. A lap earlier. Already a few laps down. Dove it in there underneath the apron. Had it stick. Pretty heavy wall contact that hurt the right front. Oh, then he hit the inside wall to the outside wall. That car is done for the day. That will be the first caution of the night. Gives drivers a chance to bring it down pit road if they choose. And split decision up at the front of the field. Top 7 stay out. Top 8 stay out. Back to Steven Addison. No Auburn on back. Hit the pit lane. Hawthorne continues to lead, has led every lap so far. So we work lap 21 of 160. This race should go by fairly quickly. These lap times are rapid, 20 seconds apiece. Not many racetracks you can turn those kind of lap times at. That's about equivalent to a little bit off the pace for the, I believe, next-gen cars at Martinsville at half mile on about that speed. Regardless, these Indy cars quite fast. Zachary King, long stop. He will lose a number of spots back to 14th. Might have come in twice, actually, to pit. That might be the affliction he is feeling right now. Pace car will dive in, and we will go single file restarts as we have all season long. Hawthorne, Wade, Leonard, Fields, and Willing lead the way. Now, this will be interesting. Do we see drivers stay up against the wall the entire dogleg? Or do we see drivers protect the bottom like a dirt late model? Into the restart zone, and we are racing in the middle of the corner. And answers your question. Hawthorne out to a rocket lead. Battles further back. Few drivers got caught napping. One of those was Steven Addison, who's still under fire. Car restarted up in the top 6 or 7. It's now fallen back to 9th off the restart. Hubbard trying to get around Fields. Can he clear Fields out of turn 2? No. Fields with the rocket shot off the top side. Momentum to the white and red car. How fitting Canada Day tomorrow and all that. They all dive down to the dogleg. A lot of grip down there in these cars. As Addison still under fire, this time from John Stellar, who is being exceptionally patient. Hubbard still tries to slide job, and he's going to get it. Crossover on the way. Here comes Tyler Willing. Oh, that was Willing, not Fields in this car. Apologies. Time of scoring playing tricks on me. That's Nate Fields. The Indy 1 car. It's not red and white at all. Kashiri in that Kyle Busch throwback trying to make a move on Willing. Right, painting that line. Oh, they're going to make contact, and Willing's going to hit the wall. Oh, and Christian Barnes around as well. Reggie Kime is in it. 3-car melee down in 2. Goodness gracious. We saw this part of it live. The 8 dove it into the corner. clip the apron a little bit, and then I think it's just a combination of one up, one down, and they crash. I don't know. It almost looks like Barnes hit the brakes to try and avoid it. We can go on board to confirm that, I'm sure. And that car just snapped around. So up front, this is 4 or 5 cars in front of him. You see the yellow car dive down below the apron. That is Gasheri. So there is the contact right there. There's the slide. Barnes, yeah, just either lifts or brakes, whatever it does, the car unsettles. And all of a sudden, he has got a left front full of Reggie Kime, who really had nowhere to go in this incident. See it from Kime's perspective. I mean, while he's a ways behind Barnes at the moment, these cars are so locked in position. You don't expect that Barnes car to spin right there. That's a tough situation. Yeah, Kime and his cars are not faring well this season. A lot of wrecked race cars the last few weeks. Pace lights out on the pace car. A little too quick to talk to somebody, unfortunately. Maybe if we can get a quick review next time by. We'll interview a driver here in this race. We got a few to choose from. Reggie Kime, Nate Field, Sheridan Wade, and Christian Barnes on the list of drivers who we could chat with. You can also talk to race control Brandon Willard, although I don't think he wants us up there. Understandable. Understandable. 130 laps to go. For those just joining us, we are working caution number 2 of the day. 7 Hawthorne has led every single lap so far. And he's probably going to lead the next one. Here we go. Another jump in the restart zone. And the battle is on. A bit further back. 3 wide almost. Gasheri tries to make the move, doesn't quite make it stick. Steller's going to cross over Hubbard. Lets the spot go. Side by side behind him. It was Kobe and King for a moment. King able to get that job done. Hubbard chases down Gasheri. They all launch up the racetrack, trying to carry as much speed as possible. Then dive all the way back down the racetrack to try and get that run off the dog leg. Have gravity help him out a little bit. Hawthorne and Wade continue to pace this race. Leonard's been in 3rd all day as well. Closest he's been to Wade. Fields in 4th, still in touch. Gasheri back to 5th. Hubbard, Stellard, and Mitchum are your top 8. King runs 9th, and Corey Kobe rounds out the top 10. It seems like if you try and make a pass, you better make it. If you miss, you might just lose a spot for your efforts. Hubbard showing that right here. Stellar trying to make him pay, trying to pass Gasheri. Behind them, King and Mitchum side by side for 8th. Now it's King and Kobe. Here's Zachary King. on the onboard. Position number 10 at the moment. See how minute those wheel movements are. Now twitchy the hands are as well on the exit. You don't want to have that car step out on you. It'd be very easy to wad it up, as they say. We'll come back to Zachary later in the race. As Hubbard and Gasheri are still going at it. Stewart is long gone, by the way. He packed his bags. He checked out and moved away long ago. There he is, well up the road. About 1.6 seconds. Mitchum working on King. King's gonna get around him, it looks like. Big run, crossover. Dive to the inside of turn number 3. King's gonna get that job done. Nice move on that pass. Gasheri able to take back control of the spot over Hubbard. That's for 6th and 7th. Oh, Wade. With a problem, perhaps? Or, oh, just a pit stop. Okay. I guess they never pit the first time around. Which means Hawthorne's got to pit here soon, too. Pit cycle underway. Waiting, leader now on pit road. Leonard's on pit road. Stellard will take the lead. First time Hawthorne hasn't led a lap today. It's lap 43. Whole field now has pit at least one time in this race. Should be seeing Stellard on pit road in about 20 laps. Around 64, 65, I would imagine we would see this number 5 hit the lane. Hubbard, next driver on track. Then it's King, who's caught up to Hubbard. This King car is quick. I don't think anyone's passed as many cars today as Zachary King has. Kobe is 4th, Barnes is 5th. Everyone who just pit, first driver's a lap down, except Hawthorne. Hoping this thing cycles itself out with no yellows. Christian Leonard's the same way. Sheridan Wade and Nate Fields were the first on the pit lane. We'll go back up to Kobe. Fighting with Barnes. Remember, Christian Barnes won the last 1 mile track. That was at Iowa a few months ago. King over the rear wing of Hubbard. Pretty big gap to your leader. And it's getting bigger, lap by lap. Already a quarter way through. Oh, there's a car wrecked in front of the fields. Jonathan Gasheri. Oh, my goodness. Well, that... Oh, no, they made contact. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, Gasheri in the 8, I think just loose on his own. Yeah, just car went around to push it too hard. I don't think he hit anything. He did not. That was right in front of the lead group. There's Mitchum, 7, Addison. Only contact was actually Kime and Leonard. I think Leonard got away from it okay. I don't think the damage is too bad. No, it looks okay. Kimes as well. Should be all right. Just a case of not exactly knowing where each other is going to go. Really no harm, no foul there. Kimes your leader at the moment. Only driver to stay out. As we have 1.5 laps left, let's see if we can chat with Christian Barnes. Christian Barnes, working up the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, pretty eventful race so far. Running P5 right now. How are things going for you?
Well, I gotta, I guess, be a little bit easier now since I had to use my fast repair. When they wrecked, I couldn't turn left into King, so I basically had to get on the brakes, and I just lost it. So, other than that, I mean, I've been kind of trying to take it easy all race, but now that I'm finally at track position, I'm gonna have to start going, and I think I'll have a good car. I just got to stay out of trouble.
Have you learned anything in this race so far?
You definitely want to burn your tires up, that's for sure. You also want to stay on the right fuel strategy. You don't want to run out of fuel like the top few did. Trying to just stay up front and keep the track position. So, yeah, it's going to be a strategy-filled race, and like I said, just got to stay out of trouble and make it to the end.
There you go. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That is Christian Barnes. So we get ready to go back racing. Stellard, Hubbard, King, Barnes, Kobe, then Mitchum, Addison, Hawthorne, Leonard, and Wade. Everyone getting their laps back except for Gasheri. No problems off the jump for your top three way up front. Now Hubbard peeks to the outside. These three scrap for the point. Behind them, it's a knot of cars right around Mitchum. Hawthorne trying to fight his way through. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. Christian Barnes. Part of it, I believe. I thought I saw, maybe it was Christian Leonard. Oh, it's Christian Leonard. Oh my goodness, that car is mangled. I saw a blue and red car flying through the air. Thought it was Barnes. Appears to be Leonard. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was odd. It looks like Corey Kobe just didn't turn for the dogleg. That car just seemed to go straight. That was a violent hit. Yeah, I'm not really sure. The dogleg here at Phoenix produces some interesting quirks you don't see in other places, and we'll talk about that more in just a second. So, at the dogleg, as you might be able to see from here, obviously it's a curve. I don't think there's much question about that. It has a pretty hefty, there you can see it, pretty hefty curve to that dogleg. Now, if you go below the dogleg, or if you don't typically follow the yellow line around the racetrack, and that's, I think, where the confusion came from, is that it looked like Kobe was trying to follow that line on the bottom. Typically, if you're down there, you would expect that car to cut across the apron. If you're going to run on the racetrack, you would exit high, and you would not show that you're going to go anywhere near that line, except for right at the apex of the dogleg. We'll see it here on board with Stellard. So Stellard here, this is a line that you would not expect to run under green flag conditions. You would expect to be out towards the wall, cut into this line, and then exit back out. You would not expect to wrap it all the way off the corner. So by doing that, Kobe essentially just, I want to say, confused, missignaled, if you will, to the rest of his competition what he was planning on doing. Leonard didn't quite understand what was going on, rightfully so, and they made contact. Very easy incident to have happen here. It happens in every car, happens at least once a race here, where you just have two drivers who meet in the middle in the dog leg. Stewart, Hubbard, King, Mitchum, and Hawthorne are your top 5. Up against the wall in the start zone this time. How exotic. And away we go. All the way down to the bottom of the apron. They scream off into turn number 1. King and Hubbard. No battle this time, maybe in a little bit. Mitchum can't get the spot over Wade. Hawthorne gets around King. That Hawthorne car has been so spectacular today. Remember, won the pole, led the first 30-some laps before making that pit stop under green. Cycled out to the lead of the strategy. Caution came out. Now has to fight back on even stuff, essentially, to get everything back. 100 laps to go here in Phoenix. Lights are off. Speeds are picking up. Track temp still 90 degrees. Still pretty warm out there. Oh, we're about to have a 3-wide move potentially. Wade thought about going to the bottom on Hubbard. Elected not to. Probably the right call. Now we'll get the run on the exit. No, he doesn't. Can't make that move till entering turn 1. Dives down to the bottom. Slides up in the center. He's going to take that spot away from Hubbard. A little bit loose on exit too. A little bit of a snap there. Now out of 1. Across the dog leg. Oh, he's out of 3 and 4. Across the dog leg. Up into the outside wall for Sheridan Wade. Tyler Willing has had that car expire. As Hubbard is trying to attack the 54. John Stewart out front. 0.8 of a second over Hawthorne, who is catching. Wade now separated from Hubbard by just a couple moments. Fields back behind Mitchum. They continue to scrap. I think we can almost start cueing the Jaws music. This battle is getting shorter and shorter. Under 3/10, or under 4/10, I should say. Clean air right until the exit. It has enough front grip to get the turn done with all the throttle. And this car is bad fast right now. Everyone's starting to separate themselves a little bit, except for Corey Kobe and Reggie Kime. Christian Leonard still in the race, by the way, just 3 laps down after having to tow to pit road with the massive damage. He's going to go 2 for 1. He got free breadsticks with that move. Well done. Hawthorne falls back just a little bit. Car starting to twitch ever so slightly. Kobe still fight with the 9. Poking and prodding, but not finding the way around. Oh, Kobe, there it is. Bit of a wobble on the exit for Kime. Kobe's going to get that great run. Should be able to clear down into 1 easily. That closest battle is for the lead. Hawthorne has found another gear as we approach halfway. Fuel mileage is interesting, but it's not very split. About 6 laps, give or take, is the difference between most of these strategies. Driver's going to have to pit here in the next, I would say 13 to 18, maybe 20 laps, depending when you pit, if you're saving any of that stuff. Little housekeeping as well. 12 drivers on the lead lap. Clifton Leonard is 3 down, first car any laps down. Tyler Willing's been in pit road for a while, so is Devin Lyons. And Brandon Willard, of course, race control. So did not start the race today. Hawthorne trying to take that lead back, really drove it down in there. Had that car wash up significantly as he's trying to play peekaboo with John Stellard. That time picks the high side. Shows the nose to the bottom, fakes the top, goes to the bottom, picks the wrong lane. Stellard arrow washed him. Way to the bottom, then way to the top. I almost feel like Stellard may be mirror driving here just a little bit. Gonna play the arrow games. Nothing wrong with that. Stellard again, he goes to the bottom. Now Hawthorne's got the run in the middle. Should have a run off the corner. Will shoot way down. Just not quite enough. Again, you missed that move, and Sheridan Wade is right on the tailpipes. If there's one thing we know about Seven Hawthorne, he will be as aggressive as possible to make one of these moves. Field's starting to spread out a little bit. Hawthorne testing the rigidity of the outside retaining wall. It works. Closest battle on the racetrack is now Fields and Mitchum. Fields now with the run. This is for 6th position. Round he goes. Christian Barnes wants to join in as well. Battle for the lead is on. Oh, there goes Nate Fields around. Will this be a yellow? Yes. Just as the battle for the lead got to under a 10th, Nate Fields goes around with a fairly damaged race car here, falls back to 12th. We saw it live. This car just took an interesting pitch. Just lost it on the seam. Yeah, it just went around. Surprisingly heavy damage. A small hit, but either way, car gonna have to go to the pits. If you stay out, Stellard, Hawthorne, Wade, and Kime stay out. Hubbard, King, and everyone behind them will pit. Leonard gets 1 lap back, make him 2 down at this point. See if the lead drivers bring it down to the pit lane. It looks like, yes, that would make sense that they do. Not sure why Hubbard got to pit before them. Something maybe with where pit road was opened or something of that nature, where the pace car picked them up. But this might cycle back Stellar, Hawthorne, Wade, and Hubbard. It will cycle them back behind. Sorry, and Kime behind Hubbard. Interesting. Well, it all sorted out when we come back. Right here on V-Speed.
Real quick, you both stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's going to get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Is too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just about to go green here to complete lap number 84, Mystic Racing League KAYTEE IndyCar Series, and here we go. Host producer Morgan Cook with cameras by Dougie Beer. Hubbard, not lucky the way that everything cycled out. He will inherit the lead. Barnes, Gasheri, Kobe will leapfrog Stellar to the first off pit road. Oh, and they're wrecking behind them. Hawthorne, King, Addison, and Kime are all part of it. They all fan out. They all converge. A little bit of contact there. Nothing too crazy. Oh, King got loose. Yeah, King got loose. Hawthorne nowhere to go. Addison nowhere to go. Kime, I'm not sure where Kime got damaged from. Watch the 9. To answer your question, Rick Ravon, this is a fixed league. Oh yeah, Kime at the brakes just steered into the outside wall. It is a fixed setup league. Tonight we're running a custom fixed setup provided by Votive Racing. There was an issue with the iRacing fixed setup that was given. Car had the wings like it was a road course setup, not a lot of downforce. This setup obviously providing drivers with a pretty great ride. And we're seeing that in the racing that we've seen Yes, it is fixed. It is pretty much every Tuesday. If you're interested, check out, I believe it's racemystic.com. I think that's where you got to go. Check out the link in the description as well. Should be something there for you. Mystic Racing League on Discord. Get you all the information that you could want about the Mystic Racing League. It's KAYTEE IndyCar Series, also plenty of NASCAR Series, which you'll see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. A short track series that happen all over the place. Typically that is Mondays. We have ARCA that just finished before this. Here on Tuesday, Super Speedway Series. New on, I believe it's on Sundays. Racing pretty much every day of the week here at the Mystic Racing League. We've got something for you. And almost guarantee it. Hubbard, Barnes, Gasheri, Kobe, and Stellard again, your top five. See if we can get this one done a little bit better than the last. Working caution number 6 with our 5th lead change of the day. Just past halfway. Here we go. Big gap between Barnes and Hubbard. Allows Hubbard to get on the gas and leave the field in the dust. Again, Kobe does that same move right along the yellow line that scatters the field, but no harm, no foul. Gasheri somehow squirts through in second. Stellard, Barnes, and Sheridan Wade fight behind him. Stellard got a little bit tight at the lift. Here comes Wade and Fields. Kobe continues to fall back, this time with Mitchum. As Wade sets the sights forward on John Stellard. Noah Hubbard has just flat out left this field right now. It's not particularly close at the moment. Got a great jump, has not looked back. Hawthorne trying to work around Fields. Hawthorne just caught up in an accident. Byrne, the fast repair, will not have another opportunity to quick fix that car should the need arise. Wade and Stellard scrap for 4th. Quick update on fast repairs. Be quicker to list drivers who haven't used them yet. Noah Hubbard, your leader, still has a fast repair in the back pocket. So does Sheridan Wade and John Stellard. So does Mason Mitchum. Reggie Kime just crashed the race car. What happened to time? The 9 run right in front of Zachary King. Oh, he got help from King. A little bit of help. That was an interesting situation. It looks like Kime trying to get out of the way. And King didn't exactly know where he was going to go. Not the first time those two have had incidents on the racetrack. Yeah, you're right, Rick. This is the first time that I have seen an open dogleg for an IndyCar race. But it is producing interesting racing. These cars seem to handle that dogleg quite well. Better than I would have expected. Here comes Hawthorne. Around Stellard. Dives to the inside. Should be able to clear up. Yes. Crossover. No. It's Fields. Gives the wall a smack. And don't look now. Slowly but surely, Hubbard's lead is dwindling. Jonathan Gasheri is on the case. About to work into the final 60 laps in this one. Again, to recap the day for everybody, this was supposed to be 180 laps. made the long trip out to Phoenix Raceway, and by golly, the setup was wrong. They put the road course car in here, put the Laguna Seca car in the hauler. Drivers having to quickly scramble to find how to drive the car. Somehow, by a miracle, got the Phoenix car here to the racetrack. We started about 15-20 minutes late, so 20 laps came off of the board to get us to our final 160. Whole field pretty much spread out right now. Stellar, the closest to another competitor. That's Hawthorne for fourth. Mitchum now working on Nate Fields. This is 7. Little housekeeping, top 11 on the lead lap back to Zachary King. Leonard is now 1 lap down, was 3 down before. Reggie Kime on pit road with the damage repair. Tyner Willing still on pit road as well, so was Devin Lyons. Willard never started the race. Battle here for the 4th position still. Stellar just trying to poke and prod at 7 Hawthorne. Find a bit of a weakness, haven't seen it yet. Sheridan Wade is now encroaching on Jonathan Gasheri. I said the battle for the lead was intensifying. It's not anymore. Gasheri losing time in a hurry. Lost about 4/10 during that trackside section. Wade with the opportunity down to the bottom will get to the side pod, but will not make it stick any further. Tries a wider entry. It's a good exit, but it's not going to be enough. This race seems like a chess match from all these drivers, as Mitchum is door to door with Fields, who's up in the outside retaining wall, and here comes Leonard, a lap down. Wade and Gasheri still rage on. Gasheri high and Wade low. Off the corner, drag race down the backstretch. Into 3. Bottom lane is preferred. Can he slide up? No. Foot was kept in it for Jonathan Gasheri. And we continue door to door. Up off the corner, got him. Gasheri holds on to the spot, but for how long? Wade back to the bottom. Trying to paint the yellow line. They both side by side into the dogleg. Gasheri holds on once again. I think if Wade can get a nose ahead, it will be over for this battle, as Hawthorne is creeping into this one. You look back at Mitchum as well, who's caught up to Barnes. This battle is for 6th position and has Nate Fields not too far away. That's Leonard behind him. That is not for position. PPG number 2 is a lap down. Only car 1 lap down. Again, Gasheri on the high side is able to keep the momentum up. Keep the 2nd position. Here comes 7 Hawthorne. What a seat this would be for the battle. with under 50 laps to go. Leader in traffic as well. It's Zachary King, I believe. Yes, it is King who's going a lap down. The pace has fallen out the bottom for Zachary King. Hawthorne now has caught up to the second place battle. He will attempt to the bottom. Makes it stick, yes. Makes the pass, no. Now it's 3 cars for second. Zachary King in between them and the leader, Noah Hubbard, who was pulled out to a 2-second gap on this trio. Make it now a quartet as John Stellard has joined the party. I wonder if he brought the tang. Can't have a party without the tang. Wade scrapes the outside wall, but he gets to the corner panel. He's going to be door to door off the corner. Wheel to wheel down the back, and the spot is the 54s. What a power move. In turns 1 and 2, I am in awe that that car stuck without smacking the outside wall and knocking the tires all to heck. The groove is definitely moving up. You can see here, King now the lap car in the way, trying to play spoiler. King has to race to stay ahead of this guy. Christian Leonard, who's not too far behind. That's the battle for the lucky dog. Yes, we do have free passes in the IndyCar Series, a little Mystic Racing League special rule. As Gasheri goes -3 very quickly. Stellar tries to cross over, should be able to get back to the corner. Yes, and away he goes. Another crossover from Gasheri. Oh my goodness, what a clear. Holy cow. You gotta think there was a bit of a brake cut there by Stellar realizing what was happening, but that was incredibly close. And unfortunate for these two, they have simply lost track of 7 Hawthorne. Their battling has cost both of them dearly. I cannot imagine Stellar super pleased with this. Stellar to the bottom of the racetrack. As King, was that with Bart? No, that was with Christian Leonard. This is the battle for the lucky dog. That King car's hurt. Leonard will take that spot away. First car 1 lap down is now the 2. Gasheri has also been left by John Stellard. Sheridan Wade is encroaching on the leader, 40 to go. Remember, we have a pit stop here in the next handful of laps. This is not over yet. This race may be decided on who can best get on and off of pit road. Nate Fields, Christian Barnes. This for 7th spot. Fields crowded a little bit on entry. Takes that tight exit out of 4 all the way down. He might hit here. Oh, contact! Barnes had to bail, rightfully so, as Wade has caught Hubbard. Hubbard now going to pit, it looks like. Probably was the plan all along. Yes, Hubbard will pit. Sheridan Wade takes over the lead for the first time today. Kobe Barnes, this is for 7th position. Now we're about to see all the drivers hit the pit lane. Gasheri on pit road. Here comes your leader, Sheridan Wade. Hawthorne looks like will stay out another lap. Sure will. Of course, Time, Willing, and Willard are damaged and not actually taking 50-minute pit stops, but you never know. Wade, Stellard, Fields, Barnes all on pit road. Christian Barnes on the pit lane. Whole field should be coming in shortly. Oh, Gasheri might cross up his teammate. Sure did. Hawthorne had to pit. Gasheri was right there. Mitchum. Oh, watch the barrels. Pitting. Kobe. Pitting. Addison. Not pitting. Addison will take the lead. Zachary King, I believe, maybe crashed coming to pit road. Way down on the apron and hit the brakes, and this car went around into the wall, knocked the front nose off. Bad day gone worse for Zachary King. Addison's on pit road. I think that cycles everybody back to Hubbard. Remember, it was Hubbard in front of Hawthorne by about 0.2 of a second. That gap now, how about 2.4? Great job on up pit road for Hubbard. Even with a slower stop by about a second. Wade still all, or it was over Wade, I believe, actually. Wade all over the back bumper of Hawthorne. Getting around Addison right now, just off pit road. Leonard. Gonna get around Addison here. This is for the lucky dog. Leonard will take that easily. Wade and Hawthorne close battle on the racetrack for position. Under 30 laps to go. Noah Hubbard, that lead was 2.4. It's down to 1.7 and dropping quickly. Both Hawthorne and Wade are faster. Last lap time, you can see it. 21.9, 22.9, or 20.9, and a 21.09. So all the top four are faster than the leader. As the lead is down to under 2.5. This is where, if you're Hubbard, you're of two minds. Number one, you're thinking, do I have the pace to hold them off? Should we get a green flag run to the end? The second thing is, what happens if there's a yellow? Do I pit? Do I stay out? How do I restart? So many thoughts, but he is losing time quickly. We're a quarter second off the pace here from 7 Hawthorne. You're also asking yourself, I'm being caught rapidly by second and third. Am I doing something wrong? Or are they burning up their stuff? The risk goes both ways. But the battle is under a second. Hawthorne is charging and catching. The Corey Kobe car could be playing tricks with the air for your leader. Sheridan Wade just out of touch. 7 Hawthorne. It's going to be tense all the way to the end. Under 3/4 of a second. Every lap Hawthorne chips away a little bit more. Is Hubbard saving anything? Half a second is the gap now. If he's saving something, he better uncork it right now. That time he was faster than Hawthorne. Not by much, but by enough to show he will not roll over for the lead. 20 laps remain from a rapidly paced race here in Phoenix. Zachary King officially declared out of the race. He will finish 12th here this evening. Recap for you, 6 cautions, 9 lead changes. 5 cars out of the race. And the lead is under half a second. Hubbard's going to have to find everything he's got if he's going to have any hope of holding off 7 Hawthorne, who has been the fastest car all day. Remember, won the pole. Hubbard's led 55. I'd wager to think Hawthorne has led, only 45. Surprising it hasn't been more. Has set a faster lap, not the fastest, that was Sheridan Wade. Nonetheless, the 7 Hawthorne car has been rapid, as they say in British open wheel racing. How does 16 laps to go sound? Corey Colby is but a distant carrot for Noah Hubbard to chase. The fight looks behind him. Pull away from that for a second. Fields and Barnes are still going at it for 7th. But the battle for the lead has gotten precariously close for Noah Hubbard. 7 Hawthorne has time to make this pass work. Will he get to the outside? Can Hubbard close it off? Yes. Hawthorne on the bottom. This is the only chance Hubbard has, is to keep 7 on the inside of the racetrack. 7 had a peek to the outside on the exit, decided against it. High side in 1 and 2 has been preferred all day. Again, closed off. Hawthorne better run this time. Little contact almost. Hawthorne lifted. Hubbard squeaks off of the corner. Remember, these 2 drivers about the 2 most aggressive you're going to find in the Mystic Racing League. Sheridan Wade is waiting in the wings. He is licking his chops right now, because any contact with these 2 is going to put Wade in the catbird position to steal this race. Hawthorne to the outside. He might have got there. Wheel to wheel. That's so close. I think Hubbard was clear. He's going to block like his life depends on it. Hawthorne all the way to the inside. He's going to get the spot cleared. Slide job incoming. Slide to the racetrack. Do we have a run off the corner for Hubbard? No. Hawthorne able to clear and now is pulling away. And with 10 laps to go, 7 Hawthorne may have just made that crucial pass to get this one done. It's not over yet. Sheridan Wade is still in touch. He will need to dispatch the 4 of Noah Hubbard very, very quickly. And does Christian Leonard potentially have a little bit to play in this one? Remember, still a lap down, but Leonard has been routinely one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. Second fastest, only behind our leader, 7 Hawthorne. Barnes with Mitchum for 5th. Oh, and there goes Barnes, and he's wrecking, and the caution's going to come out. With only a handful of laps to go, Christian Barnes has gone off. And this changes everything. We saw the battle with Mitchum and Barnes. And off the corner, very similar to one of our first cautions. One went up, one went down. Barnes got clipped, spun around, got hit a second time. And the 27 will be done for the day. Goodness gracious. We now are going to have under 5 laps to get this done in regulation. Remember, no green-white checkers. We are running to the flag. Whatever that distance may be, whatever the flag may be, whether it's the checker, whether it's a yellow, that will end the race. We can end under pacing. That is no problem here. But let me tell you, this shook up everything. Hawthorne. I doubt he pits, but he has a decision to make. Noah Hubbard. Doubt he pits as well, but you might have to. Sheridan Wade looks like he'll stay out. Yes, they all stay out on the racetrack. Stellard, Mitchum, the 2 votive drivers. 4th and 5th, Gasheri in 6th. Fields in the 7th spot. Leonard is 8th. Corey Kobe in 9th. Leonard got his lap back. Remember, it was one of the fast cars on the racetrack. I don't think 5 laps is enough time. In fact, make it less than 5 is enough time to get back to the point. But this could get interesting. Steven Addison, first car 1 lap down, in 10th place. Though, I think if my math is correct, if we get a caution within 2 laps, we have basically one to go, I think. It's going to be tight. We are running out of chances. Hawthorne from the pole is your leader. If he leads the rest of the way, he will have clinched most laps led tonight. He has to lead all of them. Pressure mounts into the start zone. Hawthorne leads Hubbard, Wade, Stellard, and Mitchum. The target car. Been on target on these restarts today. Another good one. And now the battle for second. Remember, Hubbard was fading. Did the tires cooling off give him enough time? Wade up into the outside wall. Fields and Mitchum scrap. Gasheri for the block. That was on Fields for 5th. Kobe gets around Mitchum. Hubbard is holding up the group behind him. Wade and Stellard scrap for 3rd. 3 more times around. Seven Hawthorne collects the 2 to go. Any flag that isn't a checker is going to end the race. Stellard fights on Wade. Tries to get Hubbard while he's at it. Might go 2 for 1. Great run off the top for Sheridan. To the bottom now on Hubbard. Coming to collect the white flag one more time around. One of the rare cases that the fastest driver here might just end up with the hardware. Hubbard all the way to the outside. Oh, that's Wade all the way to the outside. Is off of turn 4. 7 Hawthorne is going to win in Phoenix in the KAYTEE IndyCar Series. Terrific run for 7 Hawthorne. Led the most laps in this race by 1. Over Hubbard. Wade is 2nd. Hubbard is 3rd. We'll chat with those 3 in just a few minutes. Oh, that's I know they're teammates. What? Don't wreck the cars on the pace lap. Come on now. Golly. Seven Hawthorne is going to get another win this season, and that points lead will extend a little bit further. Your results from this one. Seven Hawthorne got the job done. Sheridan Wade finishes second right where he started. Noah Hubbard in the third spot. Stellard finishes fourth. Sherry in fifth, your biggest mover, up 10 positions. Corey Kobe where he started in sixth. Nate Fields down a pair to seventh. Christian Leonard will finish in eighth. Mason Mitchum in the ninth spot. Addison in 10th. Christian Barnes will finish in 11th. Zachary King in 12th after having a fast car all day. Reggie Kime 13th. Tyner Willing 14th. The Devin Lyons will finish 15th. Brendan Willard never started the race as race control. And Trevor Yates also did not make this one. And attempt, he will finish 17th unofficial. Now let's get to your interviews. Starting off with Noah Hubbard. Noah Hubbard, Morgan at the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right. Well, it looked like coming to the end of this race within the final 20, you had a real shot at winning this one, but the pace at the end just fell away. What more could you have done on that long run to hold off the hard-charging Seven Hawthorne and Sheridan Wade?
Well, to be honest, I knew I wasn't that fast because I didn't even qualify good, and I knew I wouldn't run good. So my strategy during the race was just run as hard as I could till the tires fell off and just build the gap and let them run it back down. So that's kind of what I did because I knew I wasn't going to be fast enough to save tires and then be able to run with them while saving or whatever. So I just decided just to give it all I had and just run away with it. And then when they caught me, they caught me. That was just my strategy, that whenever I qualified bad and then whenever I was running in the back. And then something happened there on pit, and then they pitted a lap later than what we did under the caution. Not quite sure what happened. I don't think they realized pit road was open or whatever.
Right.
So that cycled us to the lead right there. And especially once I got the lead, I just ran hard. And, it went caution free, which played in my favor. And by the time they caught me by the end of that fuel run, I came in a lap early, and I came back out with, I think, about a 3.5 second lead. So I was just trying to run hard, and I knew they would catch me. It was just a matter of how long I could hold on to it. I knew I could at least hold on to a top 3. I was thinking 2, and then the caution came out, and I knew I was going to have a hard fight just to even get a top 3 at that point.
Well, it worked out for us today, Noah, and put together what seemed to be a pretty good race. Started 8th. You did lead the most laps today. I was wrong about that just a few minutes ago. It was not Seven Hawthorne. It was, in fact, Noah Hubbard. 62 times around, you were the leader for. I want to go back to the pit stop. You entered the pit stop about 0.3 in front, something like that, of Sheridan Wade. You exited about 2.5 seconds ahead. Was that entirely just off that one lap difference, or did you do something on and off the pit road that you think was maybe more efficient than what Sheridan Wade was able to do?
No, honestly, I thought I got off pit road pretty rough because I kind of spun my tires getting out of the box, and then getting on the track, I was spun my tires a little bit too. So I honestly figured I was going to lose the lead off of it.
Right.
I'm not sure if he pitted the lap after or if he ran a couple more laps. I know Seven ran probably 3 or 4 after I did. I'm not sure about what everybody else did.
You ran 2
So
more
yeah,
laps than you did.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised that I still had the lead, and I was very surprised by what the gap was too.
Well, again, solid day, finishing P3 for Noah Hubbard. Who do you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out here on V-Speed?
Teammate Luke Barnes, he was unable to make it tonight, and Barnes Performance Engines.
All right. Thanks for your time, Noah. Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
Next in Sofa News Victory Lane, we're going to talk with Sheridan Wade. Sheridan,
Good
Morgan
luck.
up in the VSP booth. You got a copy.
Hey, I'm here.
Well, you had a shot at it in the closing laps. Then the caution came out. How do you sum this one up?
Oh man, that was fun. With the weather delay there at the beginning, a little fog. We had to clear that up, but we got it going, and heck of a race by 7 and Noah Hubbard, everybody else, man. I'm glad that restart came there at the end. That kind of helped me out. But yeah, other than that, I'm happy with the P2.
All right. Well, it looked like in this one it was really a battle of a couple cars. 7 seemed to be quite quick tonight. When you had track position, you were also a factor. I mean, what more were you missing? What did you need to be able to take the fight to 7?
Just really, the dog leg was kind of screwing me over just a little bit. Like I'd lose. I think I'd lose track position or lose time there. I wasn't real fast. I wasn't real. I was kind of trying to be cautious there because I didn't even practice the dog leg. So if I maybe would have been a little quicker there, trying to enter there a little better, I think I would have been able to catch up. But he was fast tonight. I don't think there's much any more I could do.
If you talk about the dog leg, my understanding, it's a bit abnormal to run the dog leg in the IndyCar series. What kind of element did that add to this race?
It was kind of hard because I mean the handling of the car entering and exiting the dog leg was really bumpy, and if you ain't on your tools or holding onto the wheel, you're gonna lose it either entering or exiting the back onto the track surface. But
Right.
yeah, I mean it worked out, I guess. I mean usually you get a disqualification when you run the dog leg in IndyCar.
Not today. Not
No.
today. All right, Sheridan. For second spot here, who do you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out in Sofa News Victory Lane?
I want to shout out to Nate, my teammate. Heck of a drive. He got P7. He'll work off
7,
that.
yep.
Yeah, P7. Yeah, just the team, everybody else, Mystic Racing. Morgan, you doing the broadcast, we really appreciate that. That's all I got.
All right, Sheridan Wade, second spot here in Phoenix. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
One more driver to speak with, and it's the one who finished in position 1. 7 Hawthorne. Morgan up in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you loud and clear, Morgan.
All right. Sofa News Victory Lane welcomes you for, I don't know how many times it's been this season, but it's another one. This 18 was lights out fast today. 56 laps, led second most in the race. Not quite the fast lap either, but I mean, you checked off every other box, winning the pole, winning the race. I mean, just tell me about your day and how good did it feel behind the wheel?
Oh, the car felt amazing as soon as the green flag dropped. I was quite surprised we got pole here at an oval. Usually I'm a lot better at road courses, so I was expecting to contend for the win today, but be that dominant out of the car, that fast, and especially long run speed, which is something that we've lacked, was a nice breath of fresh air. And I just can't thank my team and my family and friends enough. I mean, it's amazing to get this win, extend this points lead, and I just couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like you just had another gear versus everyone else tonight. There was nothing anybody seemed to be able to do. I mean, even when you had the incident, which I think, if you want to maybe talk me through that a little bit, what happened, but even through the incident, coming back from the back of the field, you had no problem slicing and dicing through cars, made some aggressive moves, ended up at the front in no time. But I mean, is there anything more you can say about this race? Just how much fun you had, and how and maybe some things that tripped you up that almost took this win away from you.
Well, yeah, the first caution we had, I'm not sure, but it happened right after the pit cycle, and I was the first car lap down, so luckily we got away with that one. And I think the next incident was with the 51, where I think he just lost it on the bottom and collected us, which was unfortunate, but we was able to battle back with whatever the world threw at us tonight. It was just one of those nights where the stars aligned and just nothing could really stop this 18 car from getting to the front. And I knew we were in good shape once we pitted there, and we came out in front of the 54 and was running down the 4. And even with the caution that came out at the end of the race, I had a good feeling we were still going to walk away with this one. So I'm just really happy with how everything went tonight. It's one of those nights where everything went perfect, and I just couldn't be happier with this win here, and go on to next week and do it again.
You bet. Job done here for 7 Hawthorne. Who do you want to thank? You already had a little bit of a list there, but who do you want to thank? Who do you want to shout out for getting the job done here in Phoenix?
Well, I want to thank the 8 car for the first caution and putting us a lap down, and I also want to thank him for paying for my entry here to race here in IndyCar. It's been a pretty solid season so far. I just want to thank my family for watching. They always watch if we win or lose, so it feels good to win for them and pump up the spirits. And just want to thank my friends too. And yeah.
All right. Well, that's your winner tonight, 7 Hawthorne. Congratulations. Getting the job done here in Phoenix. From Sofa News, Victory Lane. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is about going to do it for us here on V-Speed. For everyone, the Mystic Racing League makes this thing possible with the KAYTEE IndyCar Series. I want to thank all the drivers, all the fans, and all the admins for allowing me the opportunity to come up here and talk to you about racing. As fun as that may sound. Everyone back at the shop at V-Speed, making sure this thing goes up, and all the other admin work that needs to get done. I've been Morgan Cook, commentator and producer, with cameras provided by the great Dougie Beard. See you next time, right here on V-Speed.